Welcome to a special edition of one of our favorite segments, Take This Job.
Nothing like getting some jobs to get you through the holidays, right? We've been trying out different jobs now for about 3 years here on KVUE and KVUE News Daybreak, and we've put together some of our favorite ones from 2019 just for you today.
We've been pretty good at some,
Yes.
not too good at others, though.
Actually, it's probably worse than better as far as that
true.
goes. A good hat, you know, is like a good pair of shoes, Yvonne. You find a style you like and you just stick with it.
Well, Last Stand Hats has been in business for nearly a year, but they're already making a name for themselves.
What I knew when I started the company, you need three things. You need a brand someone can get behind, good product, and then the third thing is customer service.
And there have been a lot of customers to provide service to.
I wanted to sell 5 hats a week. I wanted to get to 20-25 a month.
Murphy did that and then some. Since January, Last Stand Hats has sold more than 5,000 of these custom lids. He likes to refer to his customers as his Last Stand family.
I wanted to get to the point, Brian, if you're wearing a hat and you happen to see someone else wearing that hat, you walk up and give them a high five.
The name Last Stand comes from a painting he used to see in his grandfather's home. His grandfather always reminded him of what's important in life.
Have integrity, stand up for the little guy, stand up for your family.
Obviously, you've got a pretty good system going here. Is there something I can do to help you do the job today?
Well, Brian, I was going to get on a couple of these websites and look for help, but now that I have you, I'm pretty sure I've got some jobs I can do. I've actually printed out a couple of hats.
The hats are all made individually in this room, which just so happened to be his wife's former yoga studio. Now it's a hat making factory. You pick the hat online and the order is filled right here.
Set it down, there you go.
The heat is applied for about a minute to get that adhesive working.
We're going to leave this one off because you want to do a hot press and then you want to go to a cold press.
Once it's pressed in the heat for a second time to eliminate the creases,
Heyo!
it's ready to ship.
That is a good looking lid. Right?
The hat goes right into the box, and on this day,
Gonna have you write custom made, like Brian made.
the recipient gets a special note
He's going to be like, what?
He's gonna be like, who in the heck is this guy?
from yours truly.
There you go.
Hat number 2 for me goes smoothly as well. And in the end, Mike is kind enough to let me join the Last Stand family
Oh, look at that right there.
with my own
It just fits perfect.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the Last Stand family.
custom hat. It's like shoes. If you got a pair you really like,
Yeah.
they fit right, and those hats are fantastic.
Well, I mean, you should know you have 4 of them now, right? Right? You said you had 4?
I've got a few. I've got more than
seriously.
one. Yeah, they
But
were
I do
great.
that. If I like a dress, I get it in 2 colors. I understand.
Absolutely.
Well, we're moving on to our next job. In a world of filters and social media, not every selfie you see is 100% real.
What? Apparently the same goes for the perfect pictures of food. It's called food styling. Commercial shoot right in Pflugerville. Yvonne had a chance to check it all out.
Looks so good. I love it.
Is there a shadow here that needs to be filled? Is that lettuce sticking out too much?
The devil is in the details when it comes to food styling.
So
Christina Walter knows. She's been doing it professionally for 5 years.
you have to be patient, a little OCD.
Her company is named Girl Gone Grits.
So the first thing we want to do is take our heat gun here, and you want to just start melting some of those fat pockets that are on there.
We go straight for the machinery, but the meat is still looking a little drab. So we darken up the pre-grill marks using a charcoal starter and a browning sauce.
You want to paint just in the crevices here to follow the lines, and you see how it's starting to come alive. And
I know what you're thinking. What on earth is going on here? You see, as a food stylist, our job is to make the product pop.
correct, it needs to stand out, and I need to grab you with your eyes first so that it triggers your stomach and it triggers you to either want to order that food or make that recipe in that cookbook.
Today, we're creating a magazine editorial shoot featuring a pub burger. While we primp, prod, and pin the produce,
We want stuff that comes straight from the garden, as fresh as it can be.
the photographer is working on some test shots to check the lighting. The model is looking tired. We prop her up with some makeup sponges,
Because that's what I use to put on my foundation.
Right?
and then it's off to set.
You're going to place it there.
It's a challenge to make the food look as pristine as possible, and the camera doesn't lie.
Yeah, you could see right through the bun.
Yeah, so we want to tilt that, we want to move that.
The rule goal of food styling is everything is room temperature, but the goal is to make it look like it's icy or piping hot.
So now you're going to get in there with a brush and oil, and I want you to oil the burger in the front and on the sides and the bacon. Just gives it that little bit of highlight.
Oh, and the sidekicks are just as important. Gotta give the beer a little swirl.
Okay, that's stop.
And the chips are painstakingly handpicked.
Like this, you're going to have to go through bags and bags of chips. And we're not looking for perfect chips.
Okay.
We're looking for curves, and we're looking for telling a story.
While some critics argue food styling is all smoke and mirrors or disingenuous, Christina says it's an art form, one that comes from a true love for food.
No, nothing wrong with it, because you're still going to get a really good product when you order it off of the menu, but we want to draw you in. And honestly, it's not going to draw you in with a paper wrapped burger the way you get it from a fast food.
That one I think is good. You know what I want for lunch now?
As a burger.
And you know, as a rule, Brian, the specific food a company is advertising, it has to be real. So the food around the main product, though, doesn't. So let's say you're shooting a commercial for cereal. The cereal would have to be used, but you could use maybe glue in lieu of milk to keep the cereal from getting soggy in the photo shoot.
So the food's got to be legit. They can just prepare it in a way that it looks good.
There we go. But isn't that interesting?
It all looks delicious to me. I don't know that I should eat it, but it looks really good.
But I'm the kind of person, if I don't see that particular meal on the menu, I'm not sure I'm going to try it, you know?
I get that, no doubt about it.
Well, things have really changed these days. Did you know there's an app that helps you get your lawn mowed and pick up your dog's poop, all with a simple tap on your screen?
That's right. Anavid Reyes, our own traffic extraordinaire anchor, tried her hand at Plows and Mows Landscaping.
Plows and Mows is made up of 7,000 landscapers nationwide, and all you have to do to get one to come service your lawn is to download their app and select what you want done.
This comes up.
Contractors like Sam will then see if that request is in their work area and set their schedule. On today's agenda, mowing Kodiak's backyard kingdom and cleaning up his royal mess. Yeah, that's right.
Gross smelling.
It's everywhere.
His poop.
Oh, man.
Spot by spot.
This is like last night.
Poop by poop.
There you go. My hard work. All in one bag.
Now that we've made way for our next task.
Yeah, we'll basically knock this out within 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
We're in business, baby. But don't worry, Sam gave me some driving lessons.
All right, there we go.
We all know what happened.
Stop.
During the pedicab story. Had to learn to put it in reverse first, though, before I took off. Oh, gosh, Anavid.
Oh my God.
Okay, maybe it was a little bumpy at first.
Okay. This isn't too bad.
Sam even hooked your girl up with some stylish protective gear.
Oh.
He clearly saw that I needed it, though.
Okay.
But before I knew it, I was a pro at this.
Ah, watch out with the tree.
You guys watch out, because I could seriously open my business. I mean, look at me go.
I don't know how you get that middle part.
To finish off today's work, it was time to trim the edges. I gave it a shot.
I don't know how you trust me with this thing.
Or two. Well, like they say,
No.
third time's the charm. Clearly, Sam had to hold it down this time. This was just not my thing.
Dang, Sam.
Overall, I learned a lot and did a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. But the real verdict lies with Sam.
How did I do?
Yeah, you did great.
Am I hired?
Yeah, you
Can I be your permanent assistant?
You did good.
Yeah, like, but you didn't do that good. I love it. Thank you.
Anavid Reyes, KVUE
I
News.
feel like,
This is
with
kind of therapeutic, you know?
She thought about giving up the day job and being a pooper picker-upper
Yeah,
full-time. She decided to stick with us, which we're happy for.
I'm very happy that she's sticking with us. But let me tell you, she wasn't bad at it, you know?
No, she was. I'm just glad she didn't run over anybody or herself.
She had
I'm
the
happy that
hat,
she made it through.
She had the glasses. I mean, she had it
Absolutely.
down.
A true pro. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We have more Take This Jobs coming up after this. Welcome back, and again, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. It is Take This Job time here on KVUE this morning, taking a look back at some of our favorite Take This Job stories from the past year or so, and there have been some good ones.
And there's been some where you're like, oh, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give it our all, and they're not going to hire us, but it's okay.
Yeah, probably smart on their part.
You know, as the weather's cooling down now, you know, when it's cold outside, cozy mornings in front of a warm fireplace. Doesn't that sound nice?
Sounds fantastic, actually. But getting your chimney inspected and cleaned every year, you know, that's important. So Yvonne had a chance to check out Hammond Fireplace and Chimney Sweep Service to see how she would do.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm Rob Hammond. I'm here to look at your chimney.
Come on in.
Fire safety is serious business. It's been Rob Hammond's business for 34 years.
If you don't get your chimney clean, you could have a chimney fire, it could take your house out, burn your house down. People could get hurt.
The job of a chimney sweep comes with a great deal of responsibility, and it takes work.
What do you need me to do?
You measure from here to here,
Today, I take on the role of apprentice.
42 width,
height,
then height,
top down,
that is 21.
and the depth.
18, 18 and a half.
Okay, 18.
Then,
We'll look at the firebox. If they're badly cracked, you have to replace the panel. When I can't get my head in there, I can see straight up the chimney, and the pipe looks good. No breaks in the pipe.
next, examine the damper.
What am I looking for? I see a lot of black. Needs a little cleaning. I want to make sure there's not a Lego in there because I do have boys. Ooh.
Whoop. That was not scripted.
Now it's time to head outside to make sure the chimney looks good from up top. Hammond wears his trademark stovepipe hat. I'm not there yet.
So we're going to grab the ladder and go to the backyard.
This apprentice hat will have to do.
You just put it on your shoulder? It's a lot heavier than I thought.
You're going to sit down here while I'm at the top of the ladder and put your foot on it. Okay, got the cap off. The cap's okay.
We go back inside to tape off the fireplace.
Is that heavier than you thought it would be?
No, this is actually much better.
Before Hammond heads back up the ladder to clean the chimney from the outside.
That is too high for me.
Brush it, snap another one on, brush it.
With plenty of elbow grease, he works his way down the chimney. There's so much soot, you gotta vacuum. This here is more my speed, though.
I think I'm going to be more helpful on the cleaning side.
The job gets messy, but it's important.
This is a necessary service. And the view from the rooftop is always just marvelous.
I think we make a great team. You know, it's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it, right?
Well, see, yeah.
Get a little messy.
Good work, good work.
So Hammond's visits, Brian, also include making sure the homeowner has working smoke alarms, carbon monoxide detectors, and a family fire escape plan. That's really important.
It really is. It is important. You had a fun time doing it. Obviously, it's a tough job, but it's a good idea, as you say, to get this done pretty much every year to make sure everything's safe.
I remember you kept asking, so are you sure it's an, and I said, yes, it's an annual thing, and I think that that's great if people continue to do that.
Great job as always, and no soot on your clothing there. You did a pretty
little
good
on
job.
my face, but I just saw it as like a makeover, you know?
It sparkled. You made it sparkle.
Yes. Well, you know, Halloween, we enjoyed it. We just had it a few months ago. It's probably one of the most exciting parts about fall. If you like to be scared, well, the House of Torment, well, it's your place.
No doubt about it. And there's hundreds of people, in fact, behind the scenes you don't ever see that keep these haunted houses up and running.
Here on Daybreak, we're not strangers to the House of Torment. But this visit comes with the lights on. There are 3 different haunted experiences here: Clown, Rise of the Dead, and Dimensions of Darkness, which is a trip through your nightmares. And that's where we lend a hand.
Dimensions of Darkness is a nightmare theme. So there was a creature that came in from the nightmare realm, and he's pulling you through his different dimensions.
Chase McBride is the assistant general manager. She's been here as an employee for 8 years, but was a visitor frequently before that. She knows every corner of these haunted houses.
Today we're going to be making nurnies.
Sounds pretty awesome, right?
So it's an old Hollywood trick that they use to replicate ripped skin. So if you think of really old zombie movies of them like ripping skin off their bodies.
Well, the latex paint has already been applied, so it's our job to rip it. We use these wooden blocks to scrape the paint, causing the rips, which is meant to replicate damaged skin.
If you rub over them a couple of times, they'll get bigger.
Put some muscle into it to tear that skin.
Once the tears are just right,
That looks good, you guys.
you have to add the blood.
We use this all over the haunted house, so we'll use it on our costumes, on our zombie characters outside, we'll use it on sets, we use it on props, we can use it all sorts of places. We're just gonna kind of spritz it around.
It's the same kind of blood you'll find in Hollywood, and let me tell you, it looks just like real blood, even when it dries.
Y'all's Wall is the finale of
There
this
we go.
scene.
Make it extra bloody, Brian.
So not to give anything away, but we had to at least give it a shot to see how we did, to see how scary it is.
All right, here we go. We're like, oh gosh. Boop, 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 boop. And we see our wall and we go.
Pretty scary, right? I promise you, it'll be better with the lights off and the music blaring. Now, there are a lot of scares waiting for you in this 40,000 square foot facility, and you're never out of sight here. House of Torment employees in the control center keep an eye on things, control the music, and trigger some special surprises along the way. These surprises are meant to scare you, but they're also meant to keep the crowd moving.
So if you scare the very front of the line, they're going to stop and back everybody up. If you scare the very back of the line, they're going to run and they'll catch up to another group, or they may run into people physically. So if we scare the middle, then it keeps them trucking along.
So before we head out, we had to take advantage of at least one opportunity to get in a scare or two. I promise you, the scares you'll get from the real professionals will be better than that.
Of course, Halloween's popular. They've got Krampus that just ended for Christmas, which is a scary Santa Claus character. And now in February, it's Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
It's not for lovers all the time. There's some scariness going on, too.
I love it. It's year-round. And
absolutely.
some of the monsters or the actors go out to some schools sometimes,
Oh.
and they talk about anti-bullying. So I think that's great, too.
It is a great program, a lot of fun. Check their website for more details. We're going to take another quick time out. More Take This Jobs when we get back.
All right, well, we've got two more favorites we want to share with you this holiday.
That's right. Once again, Anavita Reyes is hanging out with man's best friend. She loves the animals.
She does.
This time, she's styling them.
Hi, how are you?
First things first, gotta meet and get to know your client.
This here is Zoe.
Hi, Zoe. Nice to meet you. How you doing? Oh, nice to meet you, too. Oh, you give hugs. I give hugs, too.
After a short intake form,
So when we go over the questions, we'd ask any medical or behavioral issues, pre-existing or recent. Can she have treats, any food allergies?
it's time to get to work.
And then we can go right into the paw trimming, paw pad trimming, and nail trim if you'd like.
Which, not gonna lie, was so scary for me.
You can always use a little bit more pressure.
Though Mary told me it's pretty difficult to hurt the dog with her tools if used properly, but I just let the pros take over.
And then the fun part, the bath, where they get a 10-minute massage.
Yeah, and we could tell this was definitely Zoe's favorite part.
Up, up.
Then the blow dry.
The blow drying gets a lot of matting out, a lot of oils.
It's also really loud, so to help Zoe tolerate the loud noise, she's wearing a happy hoodie.
She looks so silly.
It looks so cute. Oh, I love it. It's a happy hoodie.
It holds their ear down, prevents extra air from going into their ear canal.
Then some brushing. A little bit more tricky than expected. And the last finishing touch, some cute bows. Now we gotta ask Mary how I did.
She's definitely taken to it. She's kind of in tune with Zoe. She's giving her warning before she picks up her paw. She's making her feel nice and comfortable. She loves her for the treats, of course, too.
Treats were key for sure. But the most important review is from Zoe herself.
What did you think of our service, Zoe?
I think it's safe to say I did okay.
Yeah? A 5-star review?
She did a good job.
She's pretty good. That Anavita, you know, she's a hard worker. She works hard here, but whenever I just kind of, you know, whenever I do these, I'm just kind of, she actually goes out and does the job. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, I give it a 6. My level of trying is a 6.
Yeah.
Anavita's actually a 10.
Absolutely. I think she's got about 9 or 10 dogs at her house now, so she's got
probably
she's
does.
got good practice.
Well, no matter what time of year, chocolates are a delicious gift.
Remember back on Valentine's Day, we went to Lamb's Candies. Oh, this one was fun. Employees slammed trying to fill the with countless orders, and they're probably about to get started again as we get toward Valentine's Day again. Well, this time we went out and gave them a hand.
So you used to eat these when you were a kid?
Oh, man, these are the best.
Remember, we're here to work. Every morning at Lamb's Candies, machines start cranking at 6:45. And with so many Valentine's Day orders to fill, the more hands and hairnets, the better. Ready?
Here.
Go. Today we're making Longhorns, a delicious mix of milk chocolate, pecans, and caramel.
That one looks kind of like West Virginia.
As they come down the conveyor belt,
Got one runner, got a runner, got a runner.
it's our job to package the clusters and weigh the boxes.
Uh-oh, 89, hold on. This sucker is a little
Got to
too
get a
light.
bigger one on
Yeah.
there. This one's about 91.
We'll do about 2 million pieces.
This here is Brian Tice, our boss for the day.
This belt, the nuts separate here, and then it flips over because we want caramel side down.
He's the company co-owner and great-great-grandson of the founder, William Wirt Lamb.
This machine's asking for chocolate, and it's pumping out chocolate, and it flows through these pipes.
We're literally walking under chocolate right now. Think about
We
that.
literally are.
Poke a little hole there. Get a little straw.
Tap it like a keg. Everyone's like a snowflake.
While we started out fine, it's not long until we feel the pressure.
Wait, can we stop this? Can we stop that real quick?
Man, they really keep coming, don't they?
Oh my gosh, we got a tumble.
Whoopsies. But really, it's not like we're the first duo to meet our match in the chocolate factory.
Let's just put these babies.
Things just got real up in here.
Things got really real. Let's just move these back here. Just hang out with your friends over here. I'm serious, Brian. I'm having issues.
Well, if packaging isn't our thing, how about another position?
Do you have people here whose job is just to test? Like taste testers?
Everybody.
So, how do we do?
Hold on. Oh, I make.
They're doing okay.
You can't weigh it with the lid on.
Mom's a little bit slower than Brian right now, but she's catching up.
I'm catching up.
That one's too big.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
That's right.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was so much fun, but the conveyor belt went so much faster than I wanted it to.
Yeah. You had to really get into a rhythm
Yeah.
to make it successful. But those isn't that the best candy?
Yeah, it was really nice. And one of the ladies who worked there, her name was Yvonne too, and she had her name on her, on her shirt.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, maybe we can kind of switch because that shirt was super cool.
She's
And
like, no, I'm good.
She's like, no, because you're just here on a trial basis. I actually work here, but they're awesome. I love lambs.
And I do want to send a big thank you to everyone who has allowed us to come out and work at their profession. We are definitely not up for a lot of these jobs, but they're all good sports and allowing us to try them out.
And they're all fantastic jobs, right? Everybody has their passion and everybody has their skill.
Absolutely. So we thank you for being, sorry,
I was
go
going
ahead.
to say, is this our skill?
No, obviously this isn't my skill here either.
Sorry.
Would you like to finish? Go right
We
ahead.
just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody, and we hope you enjoyed our segment, Take This Job.
Have a great day.